Let's look at a script to compile Python from source and install it to a particular location separate from the system's Python. This works on Debian systems like Ubuntu and PopOS. And to run the script, first download the source star for Python and copy it to /temp and edit the three variables as mentioned. The first one is the name of the tar source file, and then the version for which that file is, and another variable called Python's location. This is just a location, a directory to hold multiple versions of Python that are compiled with this script. For example, it will contain Python 397 in a separate subfolder of /temp/pythons. And if you compile Python 353, that will be in a separate subfolder of /temp/pythons. The next step is to install the build dependencies for Python, and we specify the install location in pyprefix. At the end of the script, we will also try to create a test virtual environment using the -m flag and venv module, and this script will delete any existing folders or extracted folders for the source if present. The next is to specify the dynamic linkers locations to look for shared object files, and this is needed because we are compiling Python with the enable shared flag. So the core of Python would be compiled as a .so file for this version of Python, and it will be installed to the lib folder. And when the executable runs, it has to know where the dynamic linker specified in the executable has to know where to look for to load that SO file. And that's where the LD flags come in. Let's run the script. Since we are doing apt update, it may ask for the password. You can scroll to the end of the video or close to the end of the video to see us checking the installation. And as mentioned in this message, if optimizations have to be enabled for that particular platform, you can enable it with the --enable optimization. So it has installed Python to that location. Let's have a look at the executable. So as mentioned, it is in /temp/pythons and that particular version of Python and bin python 3. And we can see that it is 397. Let's exit that and let's look at the LD flag mentioned for the SO file to be loaded, and we can see that the executable will look for a file, a shared object file which contains the compiled shared object which is the core of Python's functionality, and this executable will load it using the dynamic linker, and that location is mentioned as the one that we specified using the LD flags. So if this is not mentioned, the dynamic linker will go and look at some default locations for this file, and if you have another version of Python 3.9 and not exactly .7, that will get loaded. So that's why we need to specify it explicitly in the LD flags. Now, as mentioned, we can run the tests that are shipped with Python to make sure that the installation works. This will take some time, and as mentioned in the compilation steps, if you enable optimizations also with that particular flag, the whole process takes a longer period of time. So that's it.